Indian ringnecks originate from Asia and Africa, where centuries ago, they used to be show pets for royals who prized them for their talking ability and panache. In the wild, these birds live loud social lives in large flocks. It's that same energy that shows up at home and makes them so entertaining. But sometimes, these birds can also be a handful. If you're considering adding an Indian ringneck to your life, I'll break down everything from their intelligence and talking skills to their temperament, diet, and care needs in this video. Let's get started. First up, why should you get an Indian ringneck? Well, the most important reason is their personality. These birds are smart, really smart. They love a challenge, and they pick up tricks and words quickly. Ringnecks start speaking when they're about 8 months to a year old. They can learn over 200 words and can often indulge in sassy dialogue with anyone near them. Their high-pitched, almost comical voices are instantly recognizable, and both males and females can become proficient talkers.
What you doing?
But don't adopt one just for the chatter. Buying a parrot solely for its talking skills often ends in disappointment. These birds thrive on companionship, mental stimulation, and daily interaction. Their true value lies in their engaging nature and lifelong loyalty, not just their voice. They're also stunning to look at. Most commonly bright green with blue tail feathers and yellow underwings, ringnecks also come in vibrant shades like blue, yellow, cinnamon, lutino, and even albino. Males are easy to spot, flaunting deep red beaks and a black ring around their necks by age 3. Females, while just as pretty, usually lack this collar. Now, before you get one home, you need to know a few basics. First up, these birds aren't small like budgies or canaries. An adult ringneck stretches up to 16 inches long, including their sleek tail feathers, and weighs around 4 ounces. But despite their lightweight build, they pack in a long life. With good care, many can live to be 25 to 30 years old. Some even push past 40. So when you bring one home, you're signing up for a long-term companion. Now let's talk temperament. Ringnecks often get an undeserved reputation for being aggressive or difficult. The truth? They're simply misunderstood. These birds go through a bluffing stage during adolescence, which includes a bit of nipping and testing boundaries. It usually passes within a few weeks or months. Handled regularly and given enough attention, they develop sweet, engaging personalities. That said, they're not overly cuddly, especially compared to birds like cockatiels, who often love scritches and shoulder time. Budgies, while smaller and also social, tend to be more hands-off. Ringnecks sit somewhere in between, friendly, curious, but rarely snugglers. Females often bond more intensely with their chosen person and may show protective behaviors. Males tend to be more easygoing, but can also show possessiveness. Every ringneck is different, just like us. Now let's talk cage setup. Indian ringnecks need a lot of space. Aim for a cage that is at least 36 inches wide, 24 inches deep, and 40 inches high. These birds have long tails and are active flyers, so horizontal space matters more than height alone. Bar spacing should be between 1/2 to 5/8 of an inch, tight enough to prevent escapes but wide enough for easy climbing. Opt for sturdy stainless steel or powder-coated bars. Avoid galvanized metal, which can be toxic to birds. Add a variety of natural wood perches at different heights and diameters to promote foot health. Once you're done buying the cage, start putting in several multiple food and water bowls and rotate safe toys regularly to reduce boredom. Focus on toys that challenge their minds and work their beaks. Think foraging toys, shreddable paper bundles, hanging ropes, bells, and puzzle feeders. Wooden toys are great for chewing, but make sure they're bird safe and die free. Also include swings, ladders, and climbing ropes to keep them physically engaged. Natural branch perches of varying thickness help exercise their feet, while cotton or sisal rope perches add comfort and variety. Place the cage in a bright, draft-free area away from the kitchen. Ringnecks are sensitive to fumes from nonstick cookware, aerosol sprays, and smoke. And remember, this cage is their home, gym, and playground. A thoughtful setup makes all the difference. And speaking of gyms, Exercise isn't optional for ringnecks. They need at least 3 hours outside their cage every day to stretch, flap, and explore. A safe enclosed area is a must. Close all windows and ceiling fans, cover mirrors and open water sources, and keep other pets out. These birds are curious and fast, and they will chew on wires, furniture, or anything within reach. Keep playtime supervised and structured. Set up a designated play gym or tabletop area with a stand and a few hanging toys. Next, let's talk about training your Indian ringneck. It's not just about tricks, it's about building trust. These birds respond best to positive reinforcement, patience, and consistency. Start with simple commands like step up and step down using a perch or finger. Always reward desired behavior with a treat, a clicker sound, or verbal praise. Use short sessions, around 10 to 15 minutes, and keep distractions minimal. Avoid yelling or scolding. Ringnecks are sensitive and can become fearful or withdrawn. Instead, redirect negative behavior and reward calm, cooperative responses. Target training with a stick or clicker works well for ringnecks. They enjoy mental stimulation, and training offers that in spades. You can gradually teach them to wave, turn around, fly to you on cue, or even place items in a container. Consistency is key. Use the same words and actions each time. Don't change up the tone or reward halfway. Once they associate an action with a treat, they'll happily repeat it. Now, let's talk diet. In the wild, ringnecks feed on a wide variety of fruits, seeds, blossoms, nuts, and nectar. To mimic that variety at home, aim for a pelleted diet to form 60-70% of their daily intake. Supplement with fresh produce like chopped spinach, kale, bok choy, bell peppers, carrots, broccoli, and squash every day. Add fruits like seedless apples, papaya, mangoes, bananas, grapes, and pomegranates, but in moderation. You can also include cooked foods like brown rice, quinoa, lentils, and small amounts of boiled egg or chicken for protein. Legumes and whole grains are great additions, but serve them plain. No salt, butter, or seasoning. If your ringneck picks around the pellets, serve them in a separate bowl from seeds or treats and rotate the schedule. Start with 1/4 cup of pellets and 1/4 cup of chopped fruits and veggies daily, and adjust based on what your bird eats. Remove leftovers within 2 hours to prevent spoilage. Clean food and water bowls daily with hot water and mild soap. Rinse thoroughly to prevent bacteria buildup. Also, avoid using metal containers that can rust or leach harmful materials. Opt for stainless steel or ceramic instead. So if you're still wondering if a ringneck is the right bird for you, here's a quick rundown. Pros: they're gorgeous, intelligent, funny, and love to talk. They're fairly low maintenance in terms of grooming and can live 25 to 30 years or more. Cons: they're loud, high energy, and need lots of mental stimulation. Plus, they're not the best pick for apartment dwellers or anyone seeking a hands-off pet. So, if you're ready to commit, adopt from a reputable source or responsible breeder. Look for bright eyes, clean feathers, and alert behavior. All signs of a healthy bird. With the right care, your Indian ringneck will become a lifelong companion. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon below.